Hello and welcome to the first in the Carcharodons project video series. So this is probably going to be one of two, maybe three videos that I intend to do, focusing on the Carcharodons I've done for the Return to Badab project. They've been really fun to do. It's a chapter that I've always liked from afar, but I've never really had the drive or motivation to actually get down to it and start painting any of them. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's helped with this project. I have had stuff sent to me, specific marks of armour and bits to make this work. So I hope you all enjoy, and let's get down to it, shall we? So I'm going to start with like a brief overview of the Carcharodons. This isn't intended as a lore video, but I just want to go over a few things for those of you that aren't aware of who the Carcharodons are. So to my knowledge, they appeared sometime during the 80s and 90s. They had a really weird, interesting set of colour schemes. I think they were known as the Space Sharks back then. And then over the years, that's changed to the Carcharodons. Now, when I first saw them, I saw the Tiger Stripe colour scheme, which was really unique. It was really interesting. Very bright and colourful, completely goes in the opposite direction to their demeanour, the way they fight, the way that they actually are. They're a non-codex compliant chapter, completely mysterious, and they operate way above the galactic plane. So the chapter overall has a rather bloody past. There's a lot of theories and bits of lore that link them to the likes of the Raven Guard, the Ashen Claws, and the Night Lords, which is really interesting and really cool. Their first major appearance, though, was for the Badab War, specifically the Imperial Armoury books, which were released in October 2010 and January 2011. The Badab War was one of those events in the 40k lore that I really wanted to get involved in. I wanted to do a Carcharodons army. And at the time, I just couldn't feasibly get my hands on the models. The Mark V armour just looks so brutal, and it looks really cool. And it's been an army that I've wanted to do for a long time. So when I came across a post on social media from the likes of Ben Greaves and Matt Smith and a few others saying that they were doing a Return to Badab project, I decided I was going to jump in both feet first. Just didn't even think twice about it. It was just like a chance to work alongside some really talented people, build an army alongside other folk, and then eventually meet up and have some games. I thought, yep, go on, why not? It's been a long time, let's do it. And I jumped in both feet, starting with researching on the armour types, because I already knew that they were mostly portrayed in that Mark V armour. But it wasn't until I started looking at some of the artwork and some of the other imagery from the Badab War books that I realised that it's not all Mark V. And so I started gathering together as much different armour patterns as I possibly could from various Space Marine Firstborn kits, Mark III, Mark IV armour, even going as far as hitting eBay and looking for people that were possibly getting rid of the odd leg or arm or torso for Mark V, just to give the army an overall feel that it's built up from different sources, different places, because they don't have that constant supply line. Thankfully for me, there are some incredibly generous folk out there within the community, and when I put up my first sort of social media post saying that I was getting involved and there are certain types of armour and certain weapons I want to get hold of, I got sent several parcels, which meant that I was able to build up quite a large portion of Carcharodons from the word go. The original plan was to make a full company. I've currently stopped at a demi company with quite a few little extras and some first company elements. And the plan is to eventually, build on that and turn it into a full company with a lot of drop pods. The majority of the actual force itself, specifically like the tactical squads and the assault squad and devastator squads, are all, as mentioned before, they're a complete amalgamation of a variety of different armour patterns. that I think come together and work really well to represent the Carcharodons. I took as much inspiration as I could from the original artwork in the Badab books, kept that slate grey, black. The transfers that I was sent came in real handy because I just could not seem to get all the patterns and knot work done with freehand. I do eventually want to go back to them and quite possibly turn them into a full company, flush out some first company elements, more Terminators and things. There's an absolute ton of spare bits and a lot of transfers left over. So the project isn't over, it's not finished yet, and it's going to grow. I want to do some more characters. I want to give the army a bit more character. I think the combination between the bases and the help I got from Pete, combined with the variety of marks of armour, really bring the project as a whole to life. It's been a lot of fun working alongside some of these other talented hobbyists to get this army up and running, and I really hope I've got it sorted in time for the actual game when we all meet up. The next video I want to do is going to be focusing more on the actual builds and some of the characters. I might go into a bit more lore and sort of specific parts that I use to make specific models. So it's only a short one as this, but for the moment that's all I've got. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and if you would like to see or know more about the chapter, the project, please drop a comment below and I'll answer those questions as best I can. In the meantime, stay safe everyone, and see you all next time.